in Pelham, New Hampshire. Division II quarterfinals. The number 4 Pelham Pythons and the number 5 Bishop Brady Giants. My name's Pete Terrier, along with our videographer John Cassidy. A packed house here in Pelham, standing room only for a phenomenal basketball game that's going to send one team to the Final Four at UNH on Wednesday night. We'll have all the highlights. Of course, the post-game reaction with the players and coach interviews after the game should be a great one. It's Pelham and Bishop Brady on NHSportsPage.com. Bounce pass, left corner, Fogarty. Now he finds Joe Bell, top of the 3. Bell the fake, dump down pass, Svensson for 2. Nice pass by Joe Bell, and Brady's got themselves a 2-0 lead. Brown faked on the 3, and it's 4-0 Bishop Brady. Jack Norris, a 3, left side, off the mark. Brown, offensive rebound. Goes up strong and puts it in. Keith Brown gets Pelham on the board. 4-2, Brady on top. Goes for 3 in the corner. It's short, offensive rebound, Slattery. Now to Cloutier. Hands it to Slattery. Slattery drives, kicks Frank for 3. Frank goes it. 6-5 to score. Ryan Frank with the first 3 of the game for Pelham. He threw it in to Johnson. Johnson working against Slattery. Shut off on the baseline, finds Jordan Bell. Bell pull up. And Bell sinks another one. He's 3 for 3. Jordan Bell's got 6 points early. Jordan Bell now with Slattery on him. Bell trying to drive, pull up in the lane. Hits it. 4 for 4. Jordan Bell. He's got 8 of their 10. And it's a 10-5 lead for Brady. Frank, 3 from the right corner, and knocks another one down. So Ryan Frank single-handedly keeping his team in this game. They trail 12-8 on a couple of runs. Inside, Svensson for 2. He's got 2 baskets. It's 14-8. Matt Quirk in the right corner. Quirk dribbles it out towards the top right corner. Now he's trapped and he's in trouble. And a steal by Jack Norris. Outlet Cloutier. Cloutier, lefty layup, soft finish. Thought he might try and jam it, but wise move in making sure. And it's a 1-point game, 16-15. So they're going to put Jordan Bell back in with 3 fouls. Joe Bell's out there with 3 fouls. So Mark Yetton taking a gamble here. You better watch out for an offensive foul. A player like Jordan Bell who likes to drive right there. And there it is! The offensive foul! Jack Norris took it. And Jordan Bell has picked up his 4th personal foul with 6:35 left to go in the second quarter. And he's going to have to come out. Jumper missed it front rim. Svensson, the rebound for Brady. Joe Bell with it. He's got 3 fouls too. Now Brendan Johnson on the drive. Lefty finishing the foul. Brendan Johnson says, hey, jump on my back. I'll take you. Corner 3 on the way. Frank is 3rd of the first half, and we're tied at 23. Back the other way, Joe Bell hits in the foul. Frank with it, goes past the defender, swings a pass, Conway for 3, knocks it down. 29-26, Pelham back on top. Here's Fogarty for 3, and he ties it back up. 29 all. Back the other way, Brown with the fast break finish. Pelham up by 2, 31-29. Got it to Keith Brown. Now to Frank. Over to Slattery, inside Brown. Banker goes! Keith Brown having himself a heck of a first half. Got 11, and the lead is 4 for Pelham, 33-29. But Johnson back the other way. One-handed floater. Brendan Johnson has got himself 8 points. And at the other end, it's Conway scoring. And it's back to a 4-point lead. To Slattery. Up to Pelletier, off the window. He scores. It's an 8-point lead. Everybody getting into the act for the Pythons. Back the other way, Johnson, the feed to Svensson, scored and the foul. Matt Regan is just livid on the sideline in the first half. Here's Johnson. Swings it, Fogarty thought about the three, steps inside the lane. Svensson can't finish. Brown got a piece of that one. And he's gotten the point guard duties taken away from him. Brendan Johnson spins in the lane, buries the shot. He's a good player. 45-41. For Pelham, right side. Slattery. Brown, top of the key, three. Knocks it down. 48-41. Keith Brown having a huge game. 18 points. 48-41 the score. For Pelham, right side. Slattery. Brown, top of the key, three. Knocks it down. 48-41. Keith Brown having a huge game. 18 points. 48-41 the score.
Good Joe, good team.
Johnson swings it. Fogarty. Three ball. Short. Offensive rebound. Jordan Bell missed it. Rebound Keith Brown. Up to Frank. Frank, the three. Nails it! 51-41. Ryan Frank is 4-3 of the game. And Pelham's on top by 10.
Back money.
They got back Norris. Bounce pass. Brown almost picked off by Johnson. Brown underneath. Conway reverse layup. Beautiful pass by Brown. Conway scores it, and it's a 12-point lead. Joe Bell blocked by pass. Johnson for three in the corner. No good. Joe Bell the rebound. Away. Joe Bell saves it to Johnson. Underneath Svensson. Got Brown up in the air and scored over him. Svensson, his first two of the second half, and all of a sudden it was a 12-point lead. Now it's down to 7. 53-46. To 47. Steal by Brown. Gets it to Pelletier. Into the front court. Pelletier drives baseline and scores again. 14-point lead. Bell throws it left corner. Johnson for three. Nails it. Brendan Johnson. 64-52. Down to a 12-point lead. Slattery dribbles to the middle. Slattery, cross-court pass picked off Joe Bell. Joe Bell to Fogarty. Can't go. Bell tips it up and in though. Joe Bell. 10-point game. And it's too short. And Pelham has won. They move on to the Final Four. The leading Bishop Brady. 79-66. Moving on to the Final Four, 79-66 winners against Bishop Brady. What a ball game, especially that second quarter. It was like the most back and forth second quarter I've seen in a long time. Very entertaining game. Here to talk about it, some of the guys that made it happen. We got Keith Brown down here, Joe Slattery over here, Jake Back Norris, and we got Ryan Frank. And I'll start with you, Keith, because you had a monster game. I don't know if you even realize it, but I had you for 25 points. I wasn't keeping track of rebounds, but if I was, you definitely had double-digit rebounds in this game. Several blocks, some assists. You did it all. You willed your team to victory tonight in the Final Four.
Yeah, coach gave us all roles to play. We just had to go out there and do it our best.
When you guys have a situation where Jordan Bell picks up 3 fouls before the end of the first quarter, they put him back in there to start the second quarter, and then he picked up his 4th right away. Joe, when you're one of the leaders on the team, do you guys kind of get together and talk about it and say, let's take advantage of it, maybe let's try and take a charge on this guy?
Oh, definitely. I mean, Jordan's a great player, obviously one of the best in the state. When he got into foul trouble, we knew we had to attack him. We had to get him out of the game, and exactly what we did. He wasn't in rhythm, so that's what we did.
And all that said, Jake, they did not go away. I mean, you knew that you were going to have to play a full 4 quarters to knock these guys out, and you guys kept at them. And even at the end, when most teams are spreading it out trying to run clock, you guys are still looking to score, and I like that about you guys.
Absolutely. They're going to battle. They're going to battle the whole game. That's one of the hardest working teams we've played all year. And we just, at the end, even if we're up 13 points, we're not going to let up. Earlier in the year against Portsmouth, we let up, and it kind of got us on a bad rhythm there. But we're never going to let up. We're going to keep going till the buzzer rings.
And Ryan, you were huge with 3-pointers, especially in that first half. You got it going. You were really the only one doing anything in the first quarter till you started to get it going, but you finished with 12 points, all on three-pointers. You hit some real big shots tonight.
Yeah, I mean, that wasn't really what I was hoping to do going into it. I was just looking to play some lockdown defense, but it's always good to hit some shots, so can't complain.
Let's talk, Keith, about some of the guys that came off the bench. I saw Pelletier walk away and say, enjoy your interview, but he was huge in this game. He had 9 points. Zach Conway, 9 points off the bench. I mean, you guys just got a real solid team, a real deep team.
Yeah, well, absolutely. We have everyone who can come off the bench. They're all scorers. If someone's having an off game, we can always count on other people to play.
All right, I got one more for you, Jake, because I know that you're not afraid to talk about it. You got Pembroke coming up. They were victorious against Kennett tonight, the #1 team. They beat you on this home floor early in the season, the defending champs. You know that they're beatable because Portsmouth has proven that they're beatable. How can you guys take care of business and knock them off and have a spot in the finals?
Well, our coach is going to put us in the best situation to win that ball game. If we go out there and execute, do what our coach tells us to do, we're going to come out victorious. It's easy as that. If we don't do what our coach tells us to do, we're not going to win. It's simple as that. It's exactly what he says. If we go out and execute, we're going to win the game.
And I'm sure you're probably glad that it is Pembroke that you're playing, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. We're ready for it. We're ready for anything that's put at us. Doesn't matter if it's a 1 seed, doesn't matter if it's a 16 seed. We're ready for anything right now.
All right, the Pelham Pythons moving on Wednesday night. I don't know if these guys are going to be able to wait till Wednesday night to play a basketball game. Might as well just play it tomorrow or something like that. Pelham back in the Final Four. Guys, thanks. We got Matt Regan from Pelham here. His team just moments ago finished off the Bishop Brady Giants 79-66, 13-point game, but this one was one that was not a comfortable win for you guys.
It never is when you have Jordan, Joe, and Brendan. Those guys, they can score, I mean, a ton of points in a hurry. So even when we were up 15 and 16, we just weren't comfortable. And they made us uncomfortable with the pressure defense and stuff like that. But I'm proud of the way we executed down the stretch and didn't settle for shots and got layups.
One thing I can say is you guys benefited with Jordan getting in foul trouble. Had 3 fouls before the end of the first quarter. Yetton gambled, put him back in to start the second. He got a charge right away. So the fact is, you guys, you know, were the beneficiary of some calls, but I thought they called it kind of tight, but both ways. They were consistent.
I agree. I thought that with Jordan picking up his fourth, that gave us a little bit of a belief at that point that we knew we were going to be able to get some pressure going and turn the game up tempo. And I think it definitely worked on that. It gave us a confidence in the second half, you know, even though he was on the floor, that guys got some good looks when he was off the floor in the first half, and that allowed us to be comfortable in the second half to make those plays.
I thought one thing about your team is you guys were a deeper team this year than in years past, and you had real good contributions from guys off the bench. Zach Conway, Mike Pelletier. You had another guy helping you out with scoring in your starting lineup, Ryan Cloutier tonight, which helped out Keith Brown, who had a monster game. I don't know if you guys keep track of rebounds and blocks and stuff like that, but he had at least a double-double tonight, 25 points, and he must have had double-digit rebounds.
Yeah, he's a rebounding machine. He averages about 13 and a half a game with tonight's game. He's outstanding. He's got great hands. He's always reading the ball off the rim, which allows us to play 4 guards at a time because we know he's going to get the defensive rebound. But as far as the other guys stepping up, you know, they've put in the work. To be deep, you know, you've got to have guys that come in off the bench that can play. And Mike Pelletier, even though Ryan Cloutier is a starter, he's a guy that can score 20 on any given night. Mike Pelletier can get you 10. Zach Conway is like, tonight I think he had like 10 or 12, but he scored 20 plus in a game this year. So it's nice to have some guys coming off, especially where Jake, you know, wasn't on early. So it's nice to have those guys come in and make some shots.
All right, you got some experience with playing Pembroke. You played them here early in the season. It was a close game. They opened it up at the end. What do you guys got to do to rectify that situation and beat them and move on to the championship game?
Well, first we're going to have to score more points than they do. But no, they're very good. Their top 7 players are very good. They can all play. Every one of those guys can score. So you got to kind of pick your poison, and hopefully it works out in the end.
I know you want to play them all at home because what a great atmosphere you have here in the Snake Pit. But the one benefit of playing at a much bigger Lundholm gym you're going to be able to fit everybody in here because I'm sure people got turned away tonight.
Yeah, this place is electric. I mean, and these guys, they do it every single night. Every game we've pretty much sold out. I saw tonight they put up the track hurdles to keep people on the sidelines. It was hot in here. I don't know about you guys, but I lost a few pounds just sweating. But the snake pit it's real. It's the real deal. I don't know if I've seen a better place, but it's going to be nice to get up to UNH.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. I was telling the guys, I don't know if I can wait till Wednesday. I'm sure it's going to be, you got time to practice, and I'm sure you like that as a coach, but it is kind of a long layoff.
It is, but we got a lot of preparing to do. You got to prepare for Pembroke. The more time, the better for us.
All right, Coach, thanks so much, and congratulations on that Final Four berth.
Thank you very much, guys. Appreciate it.
All right, thanks.